ioEther. I got this.
Hey folks, this is ioEther, and we're back with some more World of Tanks. So as you can see, this is Major of War in his E8 Fury. This is, of course, Tier 6 Premium Tank. And this is, of course, a Tier 6 Medium match on Lakeville. It's a standard match. And so, yeah. It should be noted, though, that there's only 2 heavy tanks in the game, and they're both on our team. One's a KV2, technically not really heavy. And the Church one, also technically not really a heavy. So this could go in very interesting ways. Now, one last thing to note is, remember while we're doing this game, that in his email, Major said he was incredibly nervous throughout this game. This is going to be a carry, obviously. But it was, apparently this is the only time Major's carried this way. And made him incredibly nervous throughout the game in order to try and clutch it for the win, and we'll see whether or not he manages to pull that out. You can see all the enemies getting spotted right off the bat. Unfortunately, Major doesn't seem to have any shots at them. So while this game starts up, I'm going to go ahead and say, please hit that like button if you enjoy this. Also, please tell all your friends about the channel. If you want the channel to grow, that is the best and fastest way. And of course, you can all head on over to my Patreon account if you want to support the channel. As we can see, again, he's still able to see a bunch of these guys getting lit, but none of them are in places where you can actually shoot at them. So currently we haven't actually been able to do anything, even though he's actually in a really good spot for exactly that. Our Chaffee is not pushing up, though. He's not going to go scouting. He's just trying to poke around. Now, some of that may be because he got shot, but I'm going to assume it's because he's not a particularly amazing scout driver. Also, all of our heavies are in the valley. Last place you ever want to see a heavy tank. Nice shot. I mean, that was almost full boom on that shot, and it still went in. So luck was on his side. Second one goes in, and then the Skoda just like parks up in the best possible spot and lets us murder him. Good job. And then of course the next target is already here. It's an ELC. And the T67 is also jumping on our E2. So our T67 should be able to take out this ELC without too much issues. We do get lit, and boo, we get that shot. Right now you just got to kill as many of them as fast as possible, because otherwise we're going to get overwhelmed. There we go. Now it's 3-on-1 instead of 3-on-3. And unfortunately we're going to take a shot, but we should be able to reload in before him. Nope, not quite. But we do ram him to death. And Cromwell B shows up and takes out both of our backup, actually. We managed to miss. Crusader's going around the back. Should be able to get a shot in. As he misses one, Crusader's going to hit him. And Crusader takes him out with the ram. Okay. Ooh, and then we barely missed getting hit by the LEF. There is 3 already on. There was 3 already on both sides. And there's now only 3 already on one side of the map. So do take that into consideration while while we're going out. I also like the fact that he's got some HE, even if it's not a lot. He's only got 2 HE shells. I'm glad he brought some HE. That could be really clutch later on. No, I haven't seen the rest of this game, so I have no idea what later on will present. Unfortunately, wasn't able to take out the Covenanter. And so now he's going to try and side scrape out. And he's being aimed at, but Covenanter doesn't take the shot, either because he didn't know where he was, or because I'm gonna bet because he didn't know where he was. Covenanter's trying to run. That will work kinda for a certain amount of time, but eventually the Covenanter's gonna get pinned down and killed. Unfortunately, we are losing members so very fast right now. We do pick up 1 backup in return. But then, of course, we lose another one. KV2 goes down with 1 kill to his name. Great. That's amazing. And, yeah. So, now we only have a bishop the M37 and the Crusader left on the team. The Covenanters decided to push forward. Well, I mean, there's no reason for him not to push forward. There's not really anyone on the enemy team to oppose him at this point in time. Our Crusader is still way forward. He's... Oh, go ahead. Oh, nice blind shot. Beautiful job. Unfortunately, our Bishop goes down at the same time as the LKV comes in and takes it out. Looks like our Crusader is going for the kills on the artillery. He's pushing forward. Now, he does need to remember there is a G1R over there somewhere, and a LKV 65 too. So between those two guys, they could take down our Crusader friend if he's not careful. Ooh, look at you. We're just gonna go ahead and pop him once before he knows we're even here. And with the gun depression on our side, we're gonna try not to be shot by our own artillery. Ugh. Now at this point in time, we've done 1,600 damage, and in any other game, I'd be proud at this point in time to have done 1,600 damage and tier 6 tank that does what, 100 and some odd, 115 average damage. This is a great game so far, but it's going to get even better. Nice job taking us to the top gun as the Crusader apparently got murked. Hands up if you're surprised. No, I'm not either. Okay, so now it is only the M37 and the Fury. It should be noted that the T67 on the team was watching a couple of seconds ago. He was in fact cheering Major of War on. Major of Fury is not at all who I'm watching play. And so, wow, our team died in some really dumb positions. It's good to know. Yeah. So unfortunately, now is a good bit of a waiting game as we wait to see if the enemy decides to advance on us. When it's 5-on-2, you can't really push into the enemy, especially when you don't have anyone to scout for you. And whoa, look at that. Enemy's dumb enough to push into us anyway, so you might as well let them come. First two shots, because they're through cover, don't get us lit. Third shot, still through cover. Fourth shot, still through cover. And now we'll get lit. There we go. Good job. Unfortunately, take a big hit from the LKV, and it has to pull back from that. But interesting. So at least one of their RD is still over here. I'm going to guess their LEF was somewhere in this area, and then the grill is probably over here still, where the the Panzer, whatever artillery has moved himself to. I don't know. I like the conversation going on over here. These two are definitely making valid points, or at least points, and it's good to see not like everybody blaming each other, or at least everybody blaming, like, putting it all on the guy who's left to carry the game, as to, you know, if like things like if you screw up, we'll kill you. That's not helpful. Oddly enough. M37 looks like he's gonna go scout, as Major has come to the decision that he needs to wait here. I'm gonna speed this up because I don't know how long it will be until we find another victim. I mean, enemy. Yeah, that's totally what I was talking about, right? Firing a blind shot. I'm gonna assume he either saw something I didn't, or that was just a blind shot into a bush that people like to sit in. Our M37 is all the way over there, has not gotten himself killed yet. That is good to know. Possibly means they're coming in down the valley. So, oh, look at that. Good instincts from Major. Go ahead, and he's going to pop the LEF if he can. He cannot, though. And the LKV is just going to come out into his line of fire, so he's going to pop one into it and a second into it before it can respond. And now he can pick off the artillery as he wishes. Though he still needs to know that any of the artillery hitting him will kill him. Heck, If the gorilla lands a shell next to him, it'll still kill him. But that all being said, 3 artillery against a Fury shouldn't be any match at all. Now the M37 wants to go first. He wants to go scouting for Major, so Major's going to let him. But the LEF decides to none of that matters, and he tries to pop up over the ridge. And so we saw 2 arty shells. I'm waiting for the 3rd. As the M37 pops over the ridge, and look at that, the T-67 has invited invited Major to a platoon. So right now they have 10 kills. If Major gets the next 2 kills, and oh sorry, wait, he platooned up with the M37. Well, that was smart. Oh. I'm sorry, I thought he platooned up with the T-67 because he was the guy talking about platoons. But yeah, no, he platooned up with the M37 so that no matter what, if they win this, and kill everybody, they're guaranteed to get the crucial contribution. Major is going to try and sneak up on the cap here. It's probably going to be the Panzer in the cap. Yep, look at that. The gorilla is most likely still back at base. Nice shot into the Panzer, resetting the cap. Not that it needed a reset or anything. He does need to be careful though. The gorilla is going to be aiming at him. He needs to be moving around constantly until he drops off radar. I don't know if he's actually off radar or not. Grill fires and kills the M37. Oops. I just realized I was... What? No, that is free camera. So this is what Major is looking at as he fires into the dirt. Ooh, he's just gonna try and scope over the rock. Panzer fires, and it's all over. Oh no, wait, it's not all over. There's still a grill up there. I know what I'm talking about. I swear, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not an idiot. But that duel was all over. That's totally what I meant. Yeah. I didn't think the game was over at all from that. No, not at all. Anyways. M37 unfortunately dies, so he's not able to scout anymore. That was a really interesting move from the grill. I wonder if he purposely shot at the M37 or if that was a luck of the artillery roll where he aimed in at one of them, fired, and then it just scoped in and killed the M37. We're gonna assume he killed the M37 on purpose, because anyone who can rack up 5 kills in artillery has got to be doing something right. I do kind of want to see how much damage the enemy grill racked up at the end of the game. As we poke over this ridge, is he still in the same old location? It looks like he might be. We haven't been lit yet. Yeah, he's gonna make sure he does not go into the cap circle. I'm gonna pause this for a brief second. So why doesn't he just drive straight? Because he only has 2 minutes left. If he drives across the cap circle, it'd be faster, right? Yeah, except it also tells the enemy exactly where he is. If it turns out the grill isn't back here, though, he doesn't want the grill to know that he's here. The only thing about this that could go wrong is if it turns out the grill isn't back here anymore, if he's moved off down into the valley, then poking around here, and then you're not going to have time to go much past this ridge line before you're going to have to get back to cap it out if he's not there. Because it takes 1 minute and 30 seconds to cap. It's going to take most of 20 seconds to get over there. And then he's only going to have a few seconds left to get back in the cap if the grill is not here. But we're going to discover in a couple seconds if the grill's here. Is he? Oh, you got it. Seriously? Oh, he's... Never mind. We got him. Is he backed up? What? Can't tell which way the gun's pointing. Oh. Major, if you could just write us and tell us exactly how you felt at this particular moment in time, I would appreciate that. I'm fairly certain everybody else knows how you feel at this particular point in time, but I kind of want to hear, you know? Oh. That's just sad. That is just sad. Thank you for watching. Mastery Badge, Ace Tanker, Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Pools Medal, a crucial contribution, High Caliber, and a Top Gun. But, yeah, that was just a sad end to that game. And well done overall. Look at that. Only a little bit of spine damage, and the rest of it was just him dealing out the death. If we just flip on over, 3,000 damage in a tier 6 game. No one else on his team exceeded exceeded 1,000 damage. And about exactly a third of his team did 0. Normally when a third of your team does 0 damage, this is a loss. Except, of course, I don't know. And then the enemy team, only 2 people on the enemy team did 0 damage. This should have been a win for the enemy team. Wait. I'm gonna say Wargaming is screwing up a tiny bit. Because this guy is not platooned with anybody. He's in platoon 1, but he's not platooned up with anybody. And this guy's in platoon 1, but he's not platooned up with anybody. So are they platooned with each other? No, I know. It's just a glitch on the site, but it's still funny. I like it. It's got character. Anyways, 38 shots fired. Every single shot that he hit penetrated and did damage. That is impressive. And well done, sir. Blocked 110 damage with his armor. If he hadn't blocked that one shell, he would have died, and this game would have been a loss. Good job. Thank you so much, Major, for saying this in. Please, everybody, if you want, please hit the like button if you want to support the channel. It's a great way to do so. It really does help me out, especially in the YouTube rankings. Please also tell everybody about the channel, because you guys telling people is the best way to bring in new folks and get new replays so we can all have more fun. And of course, if you want to fund the next feature game, that's over on Patreon. If you want to just head on over there, it'll cost you $1, because that is the least amount of money I can charge to get people involved in that. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This ioEther out.